Hi guys, and this are my pickups for August 2021. Whoa. Okay, so this month's been a kind of an interesting month. I mean, every month seems to be for now. But yeah, no digital pickups. The whole month with no digital pickups. There's the first. But yeah, so the first things that I purchased were Buddy Adrian was selling some bits, so I bought Zelda: A Link Between Two Worlds because I like my Zelda games. I finally finished Link's Awakening on the Switch last month. I very thoroughly enjoyed that, although I did find myself feeling really stupid because I couldn't figure out some puzzles. But I got there in the end. I know this is the sequel to the SNES one, so you know, it was cheaper than it was at CEX, and it was a decent price. And it's another DS game. Then of course I said I wasn't getting more DS games, but I did. And the other DS game I got off him was Mario 64 DS. Yes, another one that I had before and decided to sell. Yeah, I did try and replay this on the Switch collection. Well, obviously the Switch version, but the DS version actually got loads and loads of its own features, added different characters and that sort of stuff. So it was relatively cheap. It was, you know, much cheaper than you get it in CEX. So I purchased that. Long-time viewers of the channel will remember Retro Dunk. If you know Retro Dunk, you know he's a massive Switch fan. So he was getting all sort of impatient and, oh, please get me an OLED, please manage to pre-order me an OLED. And lucky enough I managed to pre-order him a Switch OLED for normal retail price, and because I was just in the right place at the right time, as I tend to be sometimes, which is pretty cool, and I managed to get him one. And he was so grateful that he'd recently bought himself a game back that he was playing and he loved, but it's like, because you managed to do this and I want to give this to you as a gift because I know how much you love it. And it is my favourite Nintendo Switch game, which I did intend to buy back. That's Mario Odyssey. To this day, the best Mario game I've ever played and completed. The only Mario game I've ever played and completed. But yes, it's even in my Switch at the moment. So yeah, original version, I did finish it. But I sold that Switch, didn't save a save. So I have the fun of going for it again, but I did really enjoy this from start to finish. Didn't get stuck at all. I just found it a great game, and I did intend to go back to it, especially at the end when you finish it and you unlock the castle that's actually in Mario 64. So thank you, Dunk, and not long till you get your OLED Switch. It's close, it's close. The next one's a bit of a cheesy one. For those of you that watch my buddy Martin's channel, Bluggo's Pal, now he's a big fan of this series, and that is the Senran Kagura series. Now this is Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. I have no idea which one this is, but all I know is that I've got him CX to watch list. It was 25 quid. Walked into a game, yes, remember that store, game, and for the second month in a row I found a bargain. Well, kind of bargain. It was £9.99. So for a tenner, can't complain. Still got the game seal, and it was actually in the new section. It wasn't in the used section, so happy with that. My buddy Martin contacted me from up in Norwich, and he was kind of like, dude, I want to send you this company, I want to send you a game for the channel. I'm like, really? Never happened before. But anyway, I was gracious to accept, and I'm very thankful for Martin. And he got them to post it to me. Now this is the game. It is a new Sega Dreamcast game. But I won't be opening it today, because what I'll actually be doing is doing a video on it. I shall open it, show the case off, and do a video, very Adam Koralik style basically, if he hasn't beaten me to the punch. And yeah, I just need to get my Dreamcast to stop resetting every 20 to 30 minutes. But apparently it's a simple fix. And when I get some decent time to myself, I'm going to give Martin a phone call and he's going to talk me through it. So, cheers mine, you're a superstar. And hopefully Reggie and the Johns and all that will have their copy of these on the way soon. So, at long last, for the first time in 2.5 years, me and Tony finally managed to go game hunting. Us these days, it's more of a case of just a day out and seeing what's about and all that. But we really enjoyed our day out. We started off over at Level Up Games, Alex's shop, Level Up Games, and we have to say the quality he had in his shop was wow, stunning. I mean, go back, watch that video. He might still have some of that stuff, especially the cabinets. Absolutely amazing. He's got such high-end quality and such good quantity of the high-end quality stuff that it's really worth it. Also, he's massive into the Pokemon cards. That seems to be one of the main things now. But he got rid of the arcade machines. Tut tut. He got rid of the arcade machines were just to so they could put like the Pokemon game sort of table thing and all that there. But well, tut tut. Arcade machines rule. So on a day out, we started off in Canterbury. So didn't actually get anything from the town, but I did buy one thing from Alex's shop, and that is, as he said, it was a Frankenstein version, but it's all here, of Stupid Invaders for the Sega Dreamcast. Yes, another one. Another month goes by and another game off the list of my to get list on the Dreamcast. I think I'm down to about 12 now, and they're all, apart from Moho and Evolution 2, they're all like £5 games, but I want to pick them up when I'm out. I don't want to just go on eBay and buy them. I still want to have a reason to go out and check CEXs and stuff, and that way I can check the quality of the cases as well. But yeah, so after that I went over to my buddy James's place, which is Gamebase, and I finally managed to show you the place. I'm going to hopefully can do a bit more in-depth video on it soon. Bit of Street Fighter, and it's all Sega music, by the way, all Sega versions of the music on the Sega consoles. But I digress, you know what I mean. Yeah, so went over to Gamebase, managed to film, had a good little chat with Jimmy. Unfortunately I had to cut the chats. I had a good little chat with Jimmy, and it took me, for the 5 minutes of footage in that shop, it took me about 2.5 hours for waiting for customers to go in and out, but I did it and I was happy. And what was even more happy about is he had stuff that I wanted on my to get list. Well, the first two are kind of like on my to get list because my older daughter wants to play them, and all the PlayStation games she wants to buy, wants to play. It seems to be me buying them. I think that's going to have to change, you know. When I've got my PlayStation 5, since I've had my PlayStation 5, I've literally played Ratchet and Clank, installed stuff, and that's it. It's been in her room in the months that I've had it. But yeah, so she's really into this series. I told her last month, series, alright. But the Uncharted collection, she couldn't really get into 1 because she found it really old and clunky to play, but she finished 2 and 3. And then she said, I'll have a break, Dad. And of course I managed to pick up Uncharted 4 when I was out, and so the PlayStation stayed in my front room, PlayStation 5 stayed in my front room for a whole day. And look, guess where this is? It's in the PlayStation 5 being played currently. Well, actually I think she's on bloody Overwatch at the moment. But yeah, I mean, this was £6, I think it was. And so that only leaves one more to get for the Uncharted lot for her to play. Da-da! Uncharted The Lost Legacy. And this was there, for say, from Jimmy's shop. Really cool, decent, low price. And I enjoyed this one. I know it was a really, really crazy short game, but I made it last by, there's like a little hub part you get to midway through the game. You can get off the other side. I spent hours just looking through stuff, even though there wasn't much in the empty zone, the empty parts. I just spent a lot of time there, and I like extended the life of the game when I played this, and I did enjoy it. I mean, this is amazing. I still think 2 is my personal favourite, but this is amazing. I found this really good because this actually started off as a DLC for this, kind of like with the Infamous game. What was it? The last Infamous on the PS4, the first Light, I think it was. That was originally just a DLC. Sony seemed to be having that thing. But yes, the 2 Uncharted games for Paige to play, and he had some Xbox titles as well on my to get list. First one, Soul Calibur 5. Yeah, I have to be honest, I really didn't like this game. But since playing Soul Calibur 6 quite a lot recently, I really wanted to get back into playing the old ones. And this one's only £3. So really happy to get this. And yeah, Soul Calibur. I mean, the guest character is Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed dude for this one. So, chuffed with that. He also had a game that was on it to get this because it was Sega, but I don't think I'll ever play other than test it, and that is Espn Nfl 2K5. It says Sega on the cover. I want to get all the Sega released or published games on the OG Xbox, and they are really cheap. I mean, £3, you know. I might actually one day sit and play it. Doubtful, but I say I'll play it to test it, but that's about it. We did have one game that was really, you know, kind of chuffed. It's quite a bit cheaper than the CX. That is Star Wars Jedi Outcast. This is one of the very few OG Xbox Star Wars games I actually needed. I think I've just got Obi-Wan to go now, and I think that's the lot. And that's an awful game, Obi-Wan. But yeah, this is the sequel to Jedi Academy. Really good. Back in the day, I mean, these were the best Star Wars games going. Out of nowhere, I decided to go on the Star Wars game binge many years ago. And I got these. I got the first one, I got the second one, and I played them to death, and I thoroughly enjoyed them, start to finish. And they're all, and these on, and these, all these actually, apart from the ESPN, are on the backwards compatibility. This will play on the Xbox One. Right. So me and my daughter, another story. Me and my daughter, we planned a day out to go to Worth, and we went to Hastings. Had a look around Hastings, and went into the little. There's like a little shop. That's like a little, what are they called? Not a little hub, but like we buy hot dogs, a little hut sort of thing. There's a picture. I actually took a picture. There's a picture. And I had a little chat with the guy there. It's been a while since it's been open, but he did actually have one game I wanted in there. And for £2, I put Soul Calibur 4. So I actually have all the, apart from the GameCube Soul Calibur games, I actually want now. It's got a horrible sticker on the menu, but I can get it off. But yeah, so I enjoyed my quick look around Hastings. Couple of bits in the charity shops. Well, some of the charity shops are mental, like second-hand Sports Direct t-shirts for 11 quid. And when they're only like £1 each or £2 each new. But yeah, we went down to Worth to see Type 40 Toys. But it sucks because he was shut. A 150-mile round trip, and he was shut, which really, really sucks. I phoned Alex up, and you know, we had a bit of chat, and I understand why he was shut. So you know, don't blame him. Needs must sometimes. So we went through the town. Found CX, which is very, very cool. Managed to get a few films I've been after in there. They had a lot of the Xbox games I needed in as well. The problem there is they put some of they had massive stickers on the actual inlays, and you know that when you put them, they're just going to rip it. So I thought, no, I'm not interested. Not going to get that. So we went from there. Yeah, we went into the game. There's like a little centre in the middle, which is a game, and across there's another video game shop, which is quite good. And then we came out to spend some time. We went up to the Worthing Pier, and we went onto the little London Eye, which used to be the Brighton Eye or something. We went on that. That was fun. We went up into the arcade for a couple of hours. It was great. And all in all, Worthing's a brilliant place to visit. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, we was there for like 4.5 hours, and it felt like 10 minutes. But really, 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 you know, enjoyed the day. So it was a bit of a down that Type 40 Toys were shut, but the pier and the town just made up for it tenfold. And I had to get it. Aliens Fireteam Elite. So I have installed this, but I have yet to play it. Looking forward to actually spending some time playing it. From what I've read, it's okay so far, but it does get very repetitive and boring after a while. So it's Aliens. I knew I had to have it, and I'm looking forward to it. I've definitely got my player 2, Richard. Me and Richard are going to play through this, and we just need to find a player 3. So come on, Adrian, you need to join us. I was actually watching the stream of someone playing this last night, and it does look good. It does look fun. So we pop that to one side. We pop the TV far forward, and we have another unboxing this month. And like an idiot, I haven't pre-cut this or pre-prepared it. Sorry about jump cut. It was a right pain to get into, but anyway, on the groups, a streamer called Mark, who goes by the name of, I've not got my phone for references, I promise, Custom Gaming Community, and that's spelled with a K, so very, very Mortal Kombat, which is very relevant to this box. And he's an absolute top bloke. I actually spent quite a bit of time talking to him yesterday. I was watching, it was his stream that I was watching playing the Aliens Fireteam. And yeah, so he put up some bits for sale, and it was sort of like he was testing the waters. He's, you know, he was going to sell some stuff up, and so it was Mortal Kombat. So I was kind of like, wow. And you know what I'm like for Mortal Kombat, i.e. Custom Gaming Community with a K. So I was like, dude, you know, I'm interested. And it takes a while because it's not where the games are very often. But after about 3 weeks, managed to get this bundle sorted, and he did me at absolutely astonishingly amazing prices. Because I have on my to get list, a lot of it is Mortal Kombat, and yeah. So you can guess what this is. I mean, I didn't buy all his Mortal Kombat because he has lots of Mortal Kombat. He has more that he's selling, which is no doubt still up for sale on the groups at really good prices. But this is what I bought. Let's see if he hasn't bomb-proof. It's very fragile on the box. Right, so bubble wrap could be really useful in the future. Right, make sure I don't spill my drink. Right, so I shall start off here with these. It is the AG Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2, slight rip in the case, but they do have the winners and the instructions. and Mortal Kombat 3. And to be honest, these were not on my to get list, but just seeing them and the condition of them and the fact that he did me really solidly good prices on them, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to buy this lot. So I did. I'm really chuffed, looking forward to playing them. I will play them via the Game Boy emulator on the, not Game Boy, so the Game Boy player on the GameCube. And this one here came from a place called, I don't know if you can read it, I don't know if I can reach close enough to the camera, County Games, Mortal Kombat 3, pre-owned number 380-658-994404. But yeah, so totally unexpected but totally well happy to have Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3 on the OG Game Boy. And that's a lot of Mortal Kombat goodness. I mean, they're actually not too bad compared to the Master System versions, but we won't talk about that. And something I had a while back of a console that I said, right, that's it, I'm not going to get any more. But Mortal Kombat 1. And something I never actually owned before, because I had the third one, Mortal Kombat 2. Game Gear games, and I don't own a Game Gear like DS games I've got, and I don't own a DS, but I will get one. And these ain't great. They aren't great, and you know, when it comes to Mortal Kombat, I have so many good memories of Mortal Kombat. And again, absolutely stunning prices these were, and you know, I couldn't turn them down. I just had to have them. And so, yeah, bring out the Game Gear player for the Saturn. That'd be cool. I don't think Sega will do that. Sega don't do anything unless someone else wants to do it and say, "Hey, Sega, if you want, you can take credit for it." And then Sega will go, "Yeah, as long as we don't have to lift a finger, you can do that." Right. So, just sorting out the order to show you these. And that's my phone, but ignore that. I needed 2 Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat games to complete all the Mortal Kombat from the Super Nintendo. And of course he had box and complete Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And he's got all these nice case protectors as well, so once I get them out and play them, you know, I will be you know, I'll be putting them back in there and display nicely on the shelf. To be honest, I've only ever played Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 on the SNES. I've seen 3 and Ultimate out and about before, but I've never actually played the SNES version. So I'm really looking forward to giving these a go. And so that is Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. We go to some. These were dirt cheap, and I just thought the boxes looked really lovely, and so they will look nice on the Mortal Kombat display. And his Mortal Kombat display looked stunning. It was kind of like a thing of jealousy. It was really nice. So I ruined it by buying most of his stuff, and yeah, so I also bought these. They are the Amiga versions of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Yes. PC big. Originally, they said there was a PC version, but they're actually the Amiga versions. So yeah, as always, you've got your 2 discs, your instructions, the Mortal Kombat 1. By the way, as you can see by the unboxing, I haven't opened these before. This one's actually got styrofoam in it. That sound. And this one actually has, the way it's displayed, a manual and 3 discs, and also a flyer. Winner, genuine Mortal Kombat 2 arcade machine. A fixed stamp now. Let's go, guys. Let's go for this. We can win it. But yeah, big ass boxes, but no doubt they will look good displayed somewhere in the space that I just don't have. But of course, now we have styrofoam. I can find somewhere. And my last 3 pickups. There's a bit of a meh to one, but I wasn't too fast. So, oh, forget that. There's 2 other games in here that I forgot about. So, I totally forgot about these. So first up we have Mortal Kombat 4 on the Game Boy Color. It's quite funny how I bought more than I thought I bought. It's because of the very little money I spent on this. I've never played this. It looks really good. Super cheap. Right, this one doesn't have a manual, but that could be corrected soon. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but I can't imagine it will look or play great on Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy Color. But no doubt it'll be put in the Game Boy player on GameCube and given a go. And the other one, remember how I said about not having consoles to play games on? I took Mortal Kombat on the DS. Now I just realised, because it was kind of like, yeah, it's the American version, but look, I just realised this. I wonder if this will come off on camera. It won't. But this actually is the UK version. So at some point in life where the guy, because he goes all over the world with stuff, has gone and bought this, they've just had the English version and put the sticker on it. So yeah, I mean I can't imagine how this is going to play on the 3DS, but really, really chuffed to have it. Chuffed to have it, and I forgot I got it. So there is, yeah, last 3 games, all for one console. I'll put it there. So, just kind of give it away and show off. Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the Nintendo 64. So people will know I absolutely bloody hate the N64 controller, but I do like the Retro Fighters N64 controller, so it's a good chance I might be getting one of them to play. And so yeah, I mean this was one, again, really, 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 really good deal. And on the to get this trilogy, I do believe there is just one character missing from this one. If you remember correctly, I think it was either this one or the SNES one had a debug mode where it had Shiva playable, even though she wasn't playable originally. And the next one, which has a slight damage case, but it doesn't matter when you pay the amount I paid for them. This is really heavy, Mortal Kombat. This is really heavy, this one, Mortal Kombat 4. Let's find out why it's really heavy. Yeah, it isn't the case. It's really, really heavy. Wow. That's why. Look at that. Crikey. That's a book and a half. But yes, Mortal Kombat 4. So, I can now play Mortal Kombat 4 on the Game Boy, on the Nintendo 64, and I've got it on the PlayStation, and even Mortal Kombat Gold on the Dreamcast. And the last one is another N64 game, Box Protector. And yes, didn't realise till after, like he was doing it up, that this one I thought it was the American version, but he chucked it in for next to nothing. So, Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. And so, yeah, this game is crap. It's awful. I've actually got it on the PlayStation. It's just frustrating. It's not Special Forces bad, Spec Ops bad, Special Forces. The Mortal Kombat game is on the PlayStation. It's so bad, it's destroyed my brain. It's playable, but it's so frustrating. But you know, wanted the N64 version to go to the collection, and here we go. I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of PAL adapter, or maybe it just fits better in the socket. But hopefully someday I can find the English box from about or something out and about. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy to have it at such a really good price. So yes, bye bye box and scissors. So as you can see, it's been a very, very, very Mortal Kombat themed month as the box collapses on the floor. What? God, I really love tea. But yeah, so I am really, really happy. So a big shout out to Mark from Custom Gaming Community. Pop a screenshot up here, I'll pop a link in below. Go watch him, give him a stream. But like when you have American friends, they kind of have an idea of what we're like from films and stuff and like that. And when you speak to us in real life, we're nothing like that. Go watch this dude. I mean, he's a northerner, proper English guy. That is how we talk. We are not all posh and pompous, so yeah, definitely give him a watch his stream. He's quite entertaining, and he's a good bloke, a really good bloke. So thank you to Mark for all the Mortal Kombat stuff, for the amazing deal he did. Focus for making the Sega game. The little hut place in Hastings for the Soul Calibur 2, and it's really cool that it's still there. There used to be a little place up at Alleyway, like an arcade sort of place, but sell games. But the last time I went in it was so uncomfortable and it was so unhelpful. It's just kind of like one of the things you've got in a gaming shop is the feeling of community and being nice. Didn't enjoy that in the back shop, so I just completely avoided that in Hastings this time. Yeah, thanks to James for being a shop and selling video games that I needed. So I have enjoyed this month's pickups, and yeah, I'm really chuffed to actually mark so many games off my Mortal Kombat to get this, and at the same time, especially getting the Game Gear ones back, and then them, and then, I mean, because they wasn't on me to get this, but now I've managed to knock off so many of them to get this that I am so chuffed. I'm really happy. Can't wait to actually give these a good play later on. But anyway, guys, have you bought anything interesting this month? Have you been anywhere interesting this month? What did you think that me and Tony were finally able to go out and do a game hunting video? But as always, guys, you take care of one another. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.